The investigation into the death of Pierina Paganelli is evolving, but many questions remain unresolved. Recently, the loyalty of Manuela has been discussed, with doubts about her reliability, especially regarding her ambiguous behavior towards Luis da Silva and her friendship with his wife. The issue of loyalty has been central, as many don't believe that a loyal person can behave so inconsistently. Meanwhile, lawyer Teseo has raised the need for precautionary measures, but the investigation still lacks concrete evidence such as DNA or witnesses. The only evidence seems to be the testimony of Emanuela Bianchi, but it remains to be seen how verifiable this is. Another controversial point is the use of the term crystallization in the evidentiary incident. This does not mean that what has been stated is true, but only that it has been recorded to be evaluated in court later. One cannot speak of guilt before a trial unless there is proof of dangerousness. As for Barzan Loris' friend, the situation is even more ambiguous. While there are rumors linking him to Loris, his predictions, especially about Loris' innocence, have been disproven. The connection between Loris and his sister Manuela is still unclear, and the suspicious photos raise further doubts. Simplifying the issue by prematurely accusing someone of guilt does not solve the mystery. The investigation is still open, and many questions remain unanswered. Luis's defense appears inadequate and fails to counter the accusations properly. The lawyers don't seem to be working hard enough to raise crucial issues like precautionary measures. This is a serious mistake because without a strong defense, it is difficult to achieve justice. Furthermore, I cannot help but criticize Manuela's attitude, who describes herself as loyal, but her actions tell a different story. Her loyalty seems to be limited to words, while she betrays every fundamental principle. Her ambiguity, especially regarding the discovery of her husband's mother's body, is a sign of dishonesty. Luis's statements are continually questioned, while Manuela's are accepted without much doubt. This imbalance in the treatment of the two parties is one of the things that bothers me most. In a trial that should be based on truth and justice, it seems that essential facts are being ignored. Ultimately, I believe this case is a clear example of how justice can be distorted if all moral and human aspects are not considered. It is not enough to focus solely on material evidence or formal statements. The behavior of the people involved must also be assessed, as the truth is often found in the details that are overlooked. The situation between Can Yaman and Demet Özdemir has generated much speculation and commentary, and personally, I think it has become something very complex and sad to observe. On one hand, Can Yaman is an actor who has gained enormous fame due to his talent, but it seems he is going through difficult times that are affecting his personal and professional life. What worries me most about him is the way he has handled certain situations in his private life, especially his relationship with alcohol. Although many followers defend him, saying that it's just a part of his life and that what he does off camera shouldn't be that important, I think there are clear signs that his emotional well-being might be compromised. In the comments I've seen, there is a pattern of concern for Can Yaman's well-being. Some people mention that his alcohol consumption seems to be a way of dealing with his emotional problems, which doesn't surprise me. The way he has been photographed several times with a glass in hand, especially in nightclubs, gives the impression that he is looking for a way to escape from something. It's not just the act of drinking that worries me, but what this behavior could signify on a deeper level. Can Yaman is a man who has a lot of pressure on his shoulders due to his career and fame, but that doesn't justify self-destructive behavior. What is even more disturbing to me is how some people seem to minimize the situation, suggesting that occasional alcohol consumption is not a big problem. But I don't think it's just a drink now and then. The signs that something is wrong are evident, and as a fan of his work, I wish someone close to him could intervene constructively. We all know that alcohol can have devastating effects on someone's life if not controlled, and the concern of many followers is completely valid. Ken is a man with great potential, but he needs to take care of himself if he wants to continue shining as the star we all know and admire. Regarding his relationship with Demet Özdemir, it seems that they both had incredible chemistry on screen, but things in real life are much more complicated. I don't think the situation between them is just about rumors or misunderstandings. Sometimes personal problems affect our ability to maintain healthy relationships, both professional and personal. While we don't know everything that happened between them, what is evident is that both Kaan and Demet need to address their own issues before they can find the balance they need in their life and relationships. In summary, my main concern is for Kaan Yaman, as he seems to be going through complicated times. As a follower of his career, I would love to see him overcome his personal and emotional struggles and continue to shine on screen as he has until now. But to do that, I believe he needs to seek help and surround himself with people who support him positively, not just exploit him. One of the things that bothers me the most is the tendency to attribute to Demet an image of the perfect woman, one who must meet certain standards that, in many cases, are completely arbitrary. In the comments I've read, I've noticed that many people seem to have unrealistic expectations of how a woman should behave in the entertainment industry, and this pressure is not only unfair but also destructive. Demet is not here to meet others' expectations, but to be herself and do what she is passionate about. And that is exactly what should be celebrated, her authenticity and dedication to her career. And that is exactly what should be celebrated, her authenticity and dedication to her career.